Alright, well hopefully I got the mic on this time. There we go. A little late, but the key to it is doing it. Hello, everyone. Good drink. Had a really rough night sleeping. Bit of dry mouth. Alright, let's live up, pet. And let's slowly wake up, shall we? That's the fun bit. Trying to boot up my brain. Where are we? It'll only be like an hour and a half stream, but at least I did it. That's the key. Let's chat. There we go. Cool. Alright. And we'll pick up the lightning spice as well. We had fixed my light as well, but it broke again over the weekend. So we have to buy a new smart bulb. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Which one? Sadness. Only one more left anyway. Alright. Let's go pick up the lightning spice. here. Get rid of these. Give you anything special anyway. Cool.
This village is different.
Dump these off. And then we'll do a puzzle and we'll do something else. Not sure what yet. Stacks of those. We'll do a puzzle just because we have to eventually knock off all those. Do one a day. Makes the pain a little bit less. Down. Off. Cool. Alright. Now let's go. Where's the last T? I don't think I need any more of these memories, but get rid of them.
Amazing to be among this many friends.
Leave that. What should we do? Yeah, there's some mist. Come on. Gotta gather everybody with us. Let's gather everybody. Yeah. I don't want to talk to any of them, I just want to talk to Anna. God damn it. There we go. Alright. going down there for? No. Hey, Spy, how are you doing? Good morning to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. What will this miss? He's not there. What? That's three of them. Oh, there's not. There you go. Just waking up, having breakfast, saw you out on here, thought you something coming out. Oh, thanks. It's been a very quiet one in the last couple of days, streaming. I didn't stream on the weekend, but previous days. I don't know, I've had a bit of a rough one, but I haven't been streaming as much as I should. But when I do, it really sorts out my routine a bit. How are you doing anyway? Actually, go ahead, yeah, I don't know, go ahead, breakfast. To leave me straight too much. I'm just bluffing around, really. And I actually should be going on my break to take my medication and do all that dumb stuff. The adult stuff that I have to do to, you know, keep me alive. Stupid adult stuff. I'm trying to get enough, like, mist to unlock the last island, so I want everything unlocked. Occasionally grinding out this. Hopefully you can hear me. I did a whole stream, I think it was on Thursday, where my mic wasn't switched on. But no one was in chat to tell me. So, lucky through it, there's a said something in the comments of one of the VODs, and then realized the next day to make sure I put the setting on. But now I'm all super paranoid that people can't hear me. I checked it before and it looked like it was alright. That's what I did last time, so a little bit misleading. So if you can hear me, just give some indication. Otherwise, I'm going to get super paranoid again. Alright, I'm getting super paranoid. Maybe the mic isn't working. It looks like it's working fine. Alright. Maybe they left again. Maybe they're off to having breakfast. Yes, you can hear me. Alright, good. Good. I wasn't just going crazy. That's good. Alright, my Twitch glitched out. I had to restart that 4 times. Oh. I'm sorry. But isn't there's a whole thing at the moment that, like, all, like, Twitch views and that are down at the moment? Because they banned all the bots. But, like, Twitch has been, like, really weird recently. Anyway, let's go to multicam. Well, I switch everything over. The red line was bugging me. It wasn't me. Yeah, Twitch has been really weird recently, with all the bots being banned, and then I've been hearing a lot of glitches with just watching. Oh, perhaps if I don't put it on the keyboard. Glitches with the app itself, like the actual visiting it. I mean, that's why I'm kind of glad I stream on YouTube as well. Just kind of like make sure it's on both. There we go. It's gonna beep. Sorry. This wasn't fast enough. Yeah, because you have Amazon Prime, you can limited ads at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't say this, but I've got ad blocker on YouTube, so that kind of works there. I mean, sometimes it works. They're trying their damn hardest to try and stop it. Doesn't always work, though. Problem is, like, with streaming, there's only really, like, three platforms you can use. It's like Twitch, YouTube, or Kick. But you don't want to use Kick now. Even I'm against Kick just because of some of the heinous shit they let people do on there. Like, what's the point of streaming somewhere if it doesn't have even the standard of standards? Alright. Well, I'm gonna get a coffee. You're gonna have breakfast. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Might be right back. There we go. Alright, there we go, we're back. Back to it. Got that over here. Did you see the trailer, Spy? Probably have, but trailer for the next expansion. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. God, this place is a mess. Yeah, I did. Are you excited for Snow White? I'm excited for Snow White too. I hope... Well, they're running out of Tangled characters. So I'm hoping Snow White kind of take over the mantle of... They introduce a character from that movie every expansion. So we can get eventually all the 7 dwarfs. Because they've run out of Tangled characters, right? There's, like, they've got the horse, right? There's no more after the horse, right? I mean, there's other characters in the movie, but I don't think there's any, like, notable characters you would introduce into the game. So hopefully, like, Snow White take over that, and then you can get, like, Dopey and Doc and all of them, Grumpy and all that. That would be cool. Unfortunately, like, the other characters that are going to be in the next expansion are kind of shit. I like the horse. And I like Snow White, but all the other characters, like, dumb. But there's rumors that you might get Winnie the Pooh. Because they did say there was 4 characters, so everyone's trying to guess what the 4th one is. Actually, we'll just pick them up. True One, True Mine, and the Evil Queen so bad. Yeah, it feels like they're coming, right? And I think they are saving the evil characters for plot lines, which would make a little bit more sense. But I mean, we haven't seen who the villain is for it, and they're kind of hinting there is a villain for the next one. We just don't know what it is yet. Yeah, I think they're just saving the villains for expansion pack content. So I think we will be getting a villain. They're waiting to the showcase to show who you could say the big bad is. It'd be a question of who it would be, and I think it will be either Evil Queen or Treadmite. But I'm trying to think if there are any others. I don't really think of any other evil characters we can introduce that would kind of fit, because like Maleficent kind of fit Sleeping Beauty, right? So if we're getting Snow White, I would say that we're most likely going to be getting the Evil Queen. Wait, which one? Wait. Snow White is the Evil Queen, right? I'm always getting confused. Snow White. Yeah, the Evil Queen, yeah. Do you know about the law book? That was a little bit disappointing. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed by the law book, and I'm surprised it didn't become its own character instead of like walking around in that. I was assuming it would be. I mean, the law book was kind of the villain. I think it was just the thing that was tying it together. But I think that they try too hard to shove the lore book into the story, I reckon. But they do need some original characters they can play around with, so I kind of respect them from at least trying. But I think they should have eventually just made the lore book a character in the valley. Alright, that's all done. Just double check it. So I think we're going to get the Evil Queen, just the same way we've kind of we got Sleeping Beauty and Maleficent. Wait, Maleficent is Sleeping Beauty, right? I'm doubting everything now. Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, Sleeping Beauty's Maleficent. It's going crazy. So yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, and Maximus at the cliffhanger wasn't surprising, to be honest. But if we get to ride horses, that'll be cool too. Like, I think riding horses will be cool, but a bit limiting. Like, let's be honest, getting around the valley has never been a problem. And there's never been something that's kind of like held anything back. It feels very kind of like, I don't know, there must be some Barbie games or something like that. It just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's a feature or an addition that we need, if it makes sense. And it just seems a bit odd, to be honest. Like, I mean, the ranch that we're going to, it could be huge, and that would make sense. But we're not going to be using the horses anywhere else other than the ranch, because it's pretty easy to get around everywhere else. So, yeah, it'll be cool to ride and all that stuff, but we're only going to be riding in one particular area, most likely. I hope it's an alternative for getting the 5 meals to sprint all the time. That is true, but to be honest, that's not a huge barrier. I mean, I don't need 5-star, I just do souffles all the time. And all I need is money for that, so... It is annoying doing it, but... I do hope that they added buffs into the game for meals. I think that will help a little bit. You eat a particular meal and you got a better chance of finding a particular thing. I'm just glad they are trying new things, so... I just don't think outside of the expansion, the horses are really going to be much use. But we'll see. It could be. It could be something like it just becomes like a hotkey, and then you can just like call upon the horse wherever you are, and then you're just mounted against mounted on it, and then you can ride it. It would be annoying if you have to like call it, then you have to walk to it, then get on it, kind of like a car from GTA. Just to do that all the time. But to be honest, again, there's not really any need for it inside Dreamlight Valley or Storybook Vale or anything like that. It's pretty easy to get around. So I'm hoping for at least that not Storybook Ranch. What is that? What was it called? Something Ranch. We're gonna have to get used to saying it. Where is it? Wish Blossom Ranch. Wish Blossom Ranch. And the showcase streams on the 15th of October. Was that a Thursday? It was October. That was a Wednesday. Oh, it'll be Thursday for us. Oh, we should do a live stream on that one. Oh, I have news. I'm playing on the Switch. Nice. It's going. It's not crashing on you? Because everyone complains about it crashing. Wish Blossom Ranch. Wish Blossom Ranch. Basically, I'm starting over. Hope not on Switch 2. I'm pretty sure the save carries over on Switch 2. I've never owned a Switch, or I've actually never owned any Nintendo console apart from the Wii. I just haven't really had need for it. I might get a Steam Deck or that Xbox GOG, an ROG handheld. I was thinking about getting those. My partner's really trying to push. My partner's really trying to push me to get one for hospital. Just the fact that I'm going to be like lying in bed for like months on end while I recover, and it makes sense to kind of have something like that. But they're very expensive. Like, I'd rather save to have more weeks off for my recovery than spend so much money on one of those. But I got the Enchanted Edition, so I don't have to pay for buy all the DLCs again. Oh, nice. Yeah, buying them individually. I mean, I buy them as they come out though, so it's a little bit different. It's not like I have the opportunity of grouping them all together, unless I don't play the expansions for a very long time. And what's the fun in that? It'd be interesting to see what the expansions do to try and bring people back to the game. I think writing's not really going to do too much because it's very limiting. So I'm curious about the other aspects of what they're bringing into the game. One, how big it is. I think that's going to be a big factor. But just about the other little things. Finally got Red Dead. Or R2D2. Oh, you got R2D2. I thought it was Red Dead Redemption or like, what? R2D2. Nice. Yeah, I've got R2D2. And it'll be interesting what Star Wars things they introduce. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, they only really do Star Wars stuff around May the 4th every year. And that's it. I'll be happy with that, and I think that will make a lot of people kind of happy. But if we start to get this like a huge wave of Star Wars characters, I think it's going to be too much. The showcase should also tell us that as well. I reckon the showcase, if they're going to introduce other characters, though, it'll be with an update. So I think the showcase will also tell us what direction they're going to go on for the next year. I'm really hoping for some more Mickey and Friends characters. I really want more of them. I think we're very much lacking on it. I think the last Mickey and Friends character we got, I think it's Daisy. Daisy Oswald. I'm pretty sure it's Daisy. So we need more of them. I'm just hoping it brings more life into the game, because it definitely felt like at the end of this expansion run, a lot of content creators were kind of checked out, and the momentum is definitely fading. So they need a bit of they need a lot of quality of life improvements, I reckon, which is probably will save the game. If they invest more into them, the game will survive. But I guess we'll see on that one too. The Inside Out event is stressing out. Why is it stressing out? I did it last year, so all I had to do was collect the new memories, and that was it. And they all seem to spawn exactly in the same spot every single time, so Made my life a little bit easier. Memories are so time consuming. Well, if it helps, they spawn every hour. So all you need to do is take a day, do the memory hunting, and then go away for an hour and come back, and they typically spawn around the same spot. Alright, I think we're done there. Pick up everything. Oh no, yeah. And we'll quickly go in here, and then we'll dump everything, and then we'll do some mist hunting, yeah?
Waking up with the early birds.
I wish you had the option of, like, for it to show you only things that you don't have. Easier. Bonus rewards are tricky. I liked how they changed it. I do like how they made it a little bit different. And with the routine rewards, routine duties. I do think it's a good way of stretching out the content. And I do like how they've kind of designed it in a way of, like, if you miss a couple of weeks, it's okay. And you can actually just do it, like, you can wait until, like, the last week and you can smash them all out in one go. I do like how they designed it that way. But I mean, it's good for people like me, but it would be bad for people like yourself who may be a little bit more limited on time. So I get both sides of the equation. I wish the star pay with routine duties. Yeah, the routine duties are easy. The star path ones. I mean, I like challenge, so I'm okay with them making them a bit difficult. I think the problem is they're making them too easy. Like, so easy that it's not worth even doing. That's in my opinion, though. I know not everyone feels that way. Got a stack of those, cool. And we'll quickly level up the pets. I'm hoping to get all this leveling done before the next content drop. Next content drop is Beauty and the Beast, which we should be getting, when is it? 21 days. But if I can level all my pets up, I can get rid of this contraption. Yay! Alright, oh, let's get rid of that. Pick a random one. There we go. That's a 4-1. That's 5 now. 5. Alright, a complete reset. Alright. Let's find some random ones. 1, 1. There we go. Telegram, surprised I got most of it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that's the problem that the Dreamlight's in there at the moment is, one, it's missing a lot of other features that other games have got. And it's hard to just play the design aspects of the game, but they also have to cater to the fan base they've got as well, which like it easy. So it's kind of like, they're stuck in this middle of like they're losing people because they're making the game too easy, but in order to keep the people playing the game still, they're catering to them as well, which is making the game easier. So they're kind of like they need to commit to making it a little bit more difficult. There we go. Another load done. So we're slowly getting through all the companions. Apparently we're getting these two in the next couple of updates. That's what they said. The teal and black Pegasus. But we're nearly finished leveling all the Pegasi. And then we've got the owls to do. But if we look at all areas, we've typically done a lot of them. 5/5s. 5/5s. I should really start to go back in order so I don't lose track. I've got a raccoon. I've got 2 raccoons there, the level 1s. Or 3 raccoons. I really don't like leveling the raccoons. I've got the monkeys to level 2. And chupacabras. The cobras. The dragon, I've still got 1. And you've got the owls. All the whimsical ones are done. Alright, we're nearly there. It's not too far away. You excited for Lemire and Cogsworth? Me too. It'd be awesome. And luckily I've got this huge area that's dedicated to Beauty and the Beast. Probably too big. But I always say they're the ones that they have the most stuff for at the moment, Beauty and the Beast. In terms of housing as well. Because we've got Gaston there as well. So this would be perfect to have another Beauty and the Beast characters being added in. And there's plenty on areas for them here. So I'm excited for that. Got the perfect area for them. And I think next update probably be the last update before the expansion drops as well. So then we can kind of... Because they got Cinderella coming, but I'm pretty sure Cinderella... Well, got September, October, November. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cinderella might come before. But we'll see. We'll see what their timeline's like. But pretty much after next expansion, not next expansion, next update, we're gonna prepare Davelight Valley 3.0, which we've done in the last 2 years. We've done videos for them. But we're gonna do this year as a bit of a wrap up. And I've got a few ideas for it. I just need to sit down and start doing them. But also I need to make sure I design all the areas and kind of get to a finished kind of model. Alright, I need to... So I have to do some special streams to get there. There we go. I had to start from the inside out sub path. It kind of sucks because my Steam is kind of broken. I sent GameLoft ticket because my Unity software won't launch it, but some Steam users have been getting issues. I'm not the only one who got this after the patch update. Oh, really? Well, that sucks. It's very unfortunate. No, like only the one interaction I've had with GameLoft has been pretty positive. They normally are pretty good, but I mean, there's not much they can do, really. If the software's bugged, the customer service can't really do much. Yeah, they can pass on the issue, but they have to get some devs to fix it. And then they'll be on a priority thing. It's like how many people are affected versus how much time we need to invest into fixing it. Yeah, it's going to be a messy one. But yeah, the only interaction I had with him has been pretty positive. But I think I'm just one of the lucky ones, I guess. 99. We've got all these thorns around. Let's get rid of the thorns, eh? Alright, where's my plastic? Plastique. Yes. Yeah, it's the reason why I played in Switch recently, although starting over is refreshing, but also annoying because now I'm just skipping dialogues. I do that after a while, to be fair. It'd be different if if it was actually voice acted, because then you can enjoy the voice acting, which I think I kind of miss it. I miss the voice. I used to be one of those people that kind of really didn't like it, but just hearing those voices again would be pretty cool. I mean, you do hear them once in a while when they say their idle stuff, but I don't know. Just me. Oh, time bending. We're gonna do some time bending grinding, eh? I saw Oswald. Where is he? How the hell did you get behind there? You all the places you could have gone. Alright. Let's dart over. Dart over Promenade. It'd be cool if they were a little bit more kind of like if they had more dialogue. Rewatching the cutscenes is visiting old wounds about the forgotten. Yeah. It's interesting to see them continuing that storyline though. I mean that they've been very kind of like slow with adding more stuff in with that. Like they added the Peter Pan kind of like story, and then you got to name Damon your other side, which we called Damn It Dave. It'd be interesting to see what plans they have with continuing that storyline. And I do honestly think their plan is working. But obviously I don't know the actual numbers. But I think their plan is working of updating the base game plus updating or releasing expansion packs as well. I've got a feeling there's a time because it's a really good way of bringing people back. There's like updating the main game because everyone gets something then, and then the game's growing. It's a good excuse of adding in new features, and I'm hoping that's paying off for them because that was the whole gamble of them moving away from free to play. Or was introducing those things and keeping people coming back to the game and essentially buying the expansions. The expansion is the expansion and their shop is the main reason they're doing the game is continuing basically. So if that starts to fade, they're gonna be in trouble. Coming out with 3 expansions still wild. Coming out with an expansion a year is pretty wild. Let's be honest. Like normally you would wait a little while. Well, previously nowadays the turnaround is a lot quicker. But the fact that they've come out with 3 expansions in 3 years is you have to give them credit for that. It's pretty good. And very consistently as well. I mean, it's November every year so far. And they could continue that. And they are definitely improving the game. The game is definitely different from when they released it this time last year. Especially with the ability to the way you put down items and all that stuff. So they definitely are trying to improve the quality of life. I think they need to really improve the build feature in terms of making it easier to build. Just simple as that, like searching for items. Like for instance, like, it should be this easy. It should be like, alright, I want to make more of these fences, right? No, actually, no. I want to place more of these cookers. So you go here, and then you hover over it. You don't even know what it's called. So it makes it a little bit difficult finding it. And then you're like, alright, it's a cooker, right? So if I type in cooker, I can't find it. Okay, what's it called then? Maybe cook? There it is. There, I'm lucky. Oh, I typed in cooking. Did it come up? Hold on. Ah. There you go. Did come up. But I'm lucky that it had cooking in its name. But we should be showing all the cooking utensils there when you type in cook or cooking or something like that. It's just very hard to find a particular item. That's my point. If you're just like looking at an item like I want more of them, it's quite hard to come up with it. I guess that was a bad example because it actually had cooking in its name, but you get my point. I really hope what they have at Gameloft, at least with the Dreamlight Valley side of it, is that they have a group of people that are solely working on just the base, improving the base game. Like they have a development team working on the expansion and all the future stuff, but they've got a group of like 5 or 6 people just solely working on improving the base game. Instead of them going, all right, you guys are working on the base game today, and tomorrow you work on something else. Yeah, they're like different sets in their movies. They're on the tag. Yeah, the tags are also wrong a lot of the time. I think there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of items that aren't tagged correctly as well, which is very frustrating because you're like, you just get an item, it's clearly like a Snow White item or something like that, and then you look up Snow White, it's not there, and you're like, where the hell is it? Yeah, I do hope they have like just a team solely dedicated on those quality of life stuff, fixing all those little weird issues that they have, instead of just being assigned it. Like they just got a dev team and they kind of just always move around because that just causes confusion. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they're going. I mean, the fact that we're getting another expansion is a good sign for at least we get another year of updates. But it feels like the game star is fading, so they need to really add some juice into it. I think multiplayer is going to be featured at least in the showcase. I think we're going to get an update on the multiplayer aspect of it. Because they have been hinting at something like that, and after all the crackdown on those treasure islands they had earlier this year, I think we're going to get a multiplayer update. I don't know how big of an update, but it definitely will be better than the 4-player thing, which was still a good improvement. It's a good addition. But I've got a feeling, and also we'll get Ralph as a result as well. And it'll be a regular patch update. It'll be with a regular patch update. That's my prediction. Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, I think if they like multiplayer is such like you see it all the time. You see online people showing off their builds and showing off so much about their particular valley, but you never really see anyone showing off their friends in the valley. And that's a huge missed opportunity. You got people that want to show off their valley, but they don't want their actual people to come. They don't actually want people to come around to look at the valley, because it limits the game so much when you do. It's not like you can continue play. Like I played Dinkin, I played Perlia, I played a couple other cozy games in my outside of streaming, and their multiplayer experience is so much more inclusive. Like here, it's like you get multiplayer, you can't even sit down. And I get this game was never intended to be a multiplayer game, and it was never supposed to go in that direction. But I think that's the direction everyone wants these games to go. So if they're seriously thinking about trying to extend the life of this game, that has to be definitely a priority. So having the ability to sit down, host games, I think if they figure out the hosting side of things, then they'll be able to run wild with it. At the moment, the hosting of the games are just too... The reason why you can't sit down is because the game isn't really hosted by anyone. All it does is copies your valley. So like, if you come to my valley, what it does is just downloads my valley, loads it into your game, and then transmits where our characters are on the map, and that's how you see it. That's why sometimes you see it a little bit glitchy. But you'll never. That's why you don't see the characters sit down, because your NPC characters could be sitting in the same spot, and they don't want that. All right, I'm back in bed, eating in the kitchen. Okay, I'm back in bed, eating in the kitchen. So either you're back in bed, or you're eating in the kitchen. I've used audio only. Oh, I too want multiplayer to work as well. They have a block player button for Pig's sake. Yeah, exactly. They've kind of set up the good bones for it, and they clearly have a way of remembering who comes to your valley, because they have in the Daisy shop, or stall, or whatever, design shop, whatever. It has a history of people that have come to your valley, so there's clearly a way of tracking that and having a friends list-esque thing. And they could do so much with that. They could, like, you have to unlock this particular building to get that feature. I kind of like that. If you get a friends list, you need to unlock the post office, which is run by Goofy or someone like that, and that's how you enable the friends list on it. So if you don't want it, you could just not place that building, or you could at least. And that's another thing that they're doing as well: the ability to place buildings or not, especially in Attorney Isle and Storybook Vale. Or hopefully over time, if they want a way of disabling a particular feature, you could have the ability to just remove a building. So you don't want people to look at your Daisy store anymore, just remove the building. Or just a way of turning it on and off. I think they're still in this mindset of who the actual audience that is playing this game. The audience that playing this game isn't predominantly isn't like people that are around about like 10 or 11. People that are playing this game are typically older. They're a little bit more mature, and so you should add in the more mature options for them. And so I do hope that. I do hope they go down there. I've turned off the audio. I've turned off audio only. I can see you playing a game. So weird, my internet's dumb. So you only can see me play. Alright. Well, what we're gonna do is hopefully by the end of the stream we'll unlock the final island that I have to unlock. I just need enough mist first, which is taking a while. Yeah, I want more than just visiting my friends. I want to help them do tasks. Yeah, exactly. And even I just want to sit down in a valley and chill. Like have the ability to go to somebody's valley and just check it out without like feeling like you're on like you have to be toured, if that makes sense. Like if you come to my valley, if you want to go inside, or if you want to go to Scrooge's store or go to Daisy's or whatever, I have to go with you. I think they need to give the ability for you to just go in and out without too much hassle. Then that way you can just open the valley and people can come over whenever, and you don't need to like be present all the time. I think that's what people do like about multiplayer, is that they don't have to be present for people to do stuff. You could just like show people and then just like chill out and do your own thing. But unfortunately, we don't have that. And I know how hard that would be to implement, and I get it. Still want it. And it's just a question whether what will happen first. The money will run out, or the money / interest will run out of the game, or they implement it. But you can't. Leaving items and then buzz off. So boring. I thought when it first came out, it was exciting, but now it's been put behind on the shelf until the thing is something new. I think they know what they need. I just think it's in the too hard basket at the moment, or it's just not worth the money. That's all it comes down. It's like the dev cost to implement it outweighs the interest that will bring to the game. So I think what they're trying to do, this is my theory, is they're trying to kind of build up to it. They're trying to get these little things right, and then that task looks a little bit easier to do. Now, previously they had been introducing little things in the multiplayer, like visiting the shops. So that was a random one they implemented into the game with a random patch, is that you could visit the stalls and sell stuff when you go visit someone's valley. The another one was like you have a critter around you. So they're kind of like fixing those little things here and there. But I think they've reached a point where they need the big leap of a huge multiplayer update. There's not really too many more little things they can do to the game, because they need to fundamentally change how they do multiplayer in order for it to work. Yeah, I played other Gameloft games and they have a different setup than this game, and it's taking too long to implement permanently. Yeah, I think the problem they had is that the game was never intended to be hugely multiplayer, but that's what people want. So it's like building a house with one bedroom, and then all of a sudden you got 3 people that want to live there, and you're like, it was never designed to have 3 people to live there. It was only designed to have 1 bedroom, and everyone's like, no, I want 3 bedrooms. Make me 3 bedrooms, and they're like, oh, all right, how about we build a little bit at a time, and eventually they're just gonna have to build the room. They have to commit to building the room. This damn mist is taking freaking forever to find. And I have no doubt they could get there. It's just I'm not sure if they've got the manpower, especially if you look at the quality control for the game and look at all the bugs that it's got right at the moment. So it's like, we want all these features, but they've got so many bugs still in the game that it's just going to make those bugs even worse. So it's like, what do you tell your limited devs to work on? Fixing the bugs, building this new feature, working on your expansion pack. They're going to put the devs onto what makes them money at the end of the day, because that's going to keep the development happening. So they definitely have to, you know, at least chuck enough devs at building that future revenue. So it's a hard one. I would hate to be behind the scenes and figure out like the math of it all. And then they're probably not even in control of their budget. They're probably not even in control of the budget. They're just getting told, all right, you guys are earning this amount of money. We can justify having this amount of devs working on the game. But they're still going to need to make a profit. They're not going to like break even. They're not in the business to break even. They're in the business of making money. So they probably will have to go, oh, like, we need 5 more devs to develop this particular feature. It will bring X to the game. It will help this with the game. It will help this with engagement, and they'll probably have to justify the budget. It'll be so difficult. Like, it's Gameloft. It's not exactly a. Gameloft is, from sounds of it, they've got a lot of passion in terms of the devs behind the scenes, but from a business point of view, they're pretty cutthroat. I mean, look at Disney Speedstorm. Like, yep, they're coming out with so much content, but that game is basically like a... You need to be very, very wealthy in order to play that game and be good at it. That's pay to win, and they don't care if it's pay to win. That's so pay to win that you don't see anyone streaming it at the moment because that's how obvious it is to pay to win. But I just need a little bit more mist. Damn it. Or is there like a duty I could quickly do? Alright, we'll do that one real quick. What's the glimmer one? I don't know. Alright. I'm running out of time, so I did do this quick. I want to unlock the damn island before we finish the stream. Yeah. Alright, now I'm going to quickly cook a milkshake. Over here. Used to be obsessed with Disney Speedstorm. They live streams in general were wild. It was insane. Yeah, exactly. I used to be as well. I used to love Disney, and we used to play it on this channel. But then it was just a case of like, it was a lot of time to grind through, and also it cost a lot of money. That was the end of it. It was like, all right, I can't do it. Yeah, I loved the idea of Disney Speedstorm. I didn't like how much money you had to put into it. And then you start to see that creep getting into the game, and it got worse and worse, and it reached a point where like, no, no, out. And it's quite hard to do that, especially if you're committed playing a game since the beginning. It's the same with this game. Like, I don't really want to stop just because, you know, it's good. It's good for my routine. But I could play any game in place of this. It doesn't have to be Dreamlight. It's just Dreamlight seems to just have fit their mold. Remember when the devs did tournaments on the live stream? It was crazy. Yeah, and then they just get abused every time they do it, so that's why they stopped. All right, let's unlock the final island, eh? Floating islands, Tangled Island. Let's go check it out, and then we'll end the stream. Definitely looks like a Tangled Island. We've got the water over here. Got a little waterfall as well. That's cool. So there's going to be another holiday island. I do wish that's another quality of life feature I wish they introduced. Ability to rename the islands. I think they will introduce that eventually. Just to be able to right click and go like Farm Island or Farm or whatever. Because each one of these I'm going to turn into an event island. Just like we've got with Meadow. I think Meadow is... If memory serves right, it's Easter Island. Which you'll see. There you go. Yeah, this is Easter Island. So I would like to do something similar. And just have it all kind of like themed as well. And it'll be awesome if you have the ability to sit down. Because that will mean more people can come around. So I do like that. I want to keep on doing that. Anyway, let's end the stream where we always end it. Where is it? And the updates theme is Inside Out, so we end it in the Inside Out section. I don't know if you noticed, I updated the well to the new shop well that was sold this week, the emotional memory bundle, and everyone's got a yard now. So I think I need one more yard for nostalgia because I just unlocked that pet. But once all the pets are all max level, I'm going to kind of release them again. But yeah. Some of them, you can tell which ones they are, but why isn't that? I need to fix this fence up. Yeah. Oh goodness, you middle island self. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. So this is, I think, discussed. I can't remember which one that was. All the pets are gone because I've been living in them. That's anger because it's got the red. This is anxiety. It's got the anxiety stuff. And these you can change, but they're bugged at the moment. So hopefully they fix them as well. This is sadness. It's the sadness section. I'm leaving that there for a reason, for it to be blue. But yeah, this is the inside out section. I'm pretty happy with it. Anyway, I'll be back on tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be playing Palia. Make sure you join the Discord. Thanks everyone for listening. Thank you, Spy, and thanks anyone else that has listened to this, will listen to this, and could listen to this. I really do appreciate it. Everything. Hopefully this week I'm back to my normal schedule. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm blurry out of one eye. I don't know. I haven't mentioned this on stream, but my right eye I can't see normally anymore, and I don't know if I should get that looked into. It started happening yesterday, but I can't tell if it's part of the medication or not. So if I vanish, it's probably because I went blind in one eye. Anyway. Okay, this island is also dirty. Yeah, this is not an island. This is just a section because Eternity Isle is all Pixar stuff. So anyway, we'll leave it there. I gotta go. See you tomorrow, everyone. And